Patricify It Instructional Design Studio. Kay and the Kitten. A story about perseverance, patience, and love. Kay loved to run. Every week she jogged and walked through her neighborhood to stay healthy and clear her mind. Sometimes she ran fast. Sometimes she walked slowly, but she always enjoyed being outside. Most days, Kay wore her earbuds and talked to her sister on the phone. Even though they lived in different states, they liked to exercise together. They would chat, laugh, and tell each other about their day while walking miles apart. One sunny afternoon, Kay was walking home when she heard a tiny sound behind her. Kay turned around. A small gray kitten was standing in the middle of the sidewalk. Well, hello there, Kay said. The kitten looked up at her and meowed again. Kay smiled and continued walking. Surely the kitten belonged to someone nearby. Maybe its mother was looking for it. But after a few steps, she heard the kitten again. Kay glanced back. The kitten was following her. Kay walked a little faster. The kitten followed. Kay walked even faster. The kitten followed. The tiny little furball hurried along on its little paws, trying its best to keep up. What are you doing? Kay chuckled. The kitten answered with another determined. Soon, Kay reached a steep hill that led to her house. The kitten stopped at the bottom and stared up. It was a very big hill for such a tiny kitten. With hands on her knees, Kay slowly leaned forward, staring intently at the tiny gray kitten. Listen, little kitty, she said. I'm not carrying you, but if you can make it all the way up this hill, I'll give you something to eat. The kitten blinked. Then it took a step forward, and another, and another. Up the hill it climbed. Its tiny paws worked hard. Its legs trembled. Sometimes it slipped. Sometimes it paused. But every time it stopped, it gathered its courage and kept going. Kay watched silently. The kitten was tired, so very tired, but it refused to quit. Slowly, step by step, paw by paw, the kitten climbed higher and higher. Wow, Kay whispered. Finally, after what felt like forever, the kitten reached the top of the hill and gave one last exhausted. Kay laughed. You actually did it! The kitten wasn't the biggest. It wasn't the strongest, but it was determined. But now she had a problem. She hadn't expected the kitten to make it. Kay had never owned a cat before. What did kittens eat? She is vegan. There is no milk in her refrigerator. No tuna in her pantry. Uh-oh, Kay said. The kitten looked up at her with hopeful eyes. Kay remembered how hard it had worked to climb that hill, how it never gave up, how it kept going even when things were difficult. Her heart melted. Okay, she said softly. We'll figure this out together. And that's exactly what they did. Kay learned how to care for a kitten. The kitten learned that it had found a safe home. Before long, the little gray kitten became part of the family. Kay named her Misty because of her beautiful gray fur that looked like morning mist floating over the hills. As the weeks passed, Misty grew stronger and happier. She chased toys. She napped in sunny windows. She greeted Kay at the door every day, and she never forgot the hill she climbed. Kay never forgot it either. You see, Kay thought she was rescuing Misty, but the truth is, Misty rescued Kay too. On lonely days, Misty made her smile. On stressful days, Misty curled up beside her. They gave each other something they both needed: friendship, patience, and love. All because one tiny kitten refused to give up, and because one kind woman decided to open her heart. Sometimes life puts a big hill in front of us. We may feel small, we may feel tired, we may want to quit, but if we keep going, step by step, we can reach the top. And sometimes the greatest rewards come from showing patience, kindness, and love to someone who needs it. Just ask Kay and Misty.